Imagine your brain is a high-performance engine, a finely tuned machine built over millions of years of evolution, capable of solving complex problems, creating art that moves people to tears, navigating the chaos and beauty of modern life. This engine is the most sophisticated piece of biological machinery in the known universe, and you've been feeding it garbage. Not regular garbage, digital garbage, high-fructose digital corn syrup that's been specifically engineered to be as addictive as possible. Every swipe, every scroll, every notification ping, every auto-playing video, every trending hashtag. For years, perhaps for decades, the result isn't just fatigue or exhaustion, it's something far more serious. It's a fundamental structural change in how your brain operates. In 2025, we have a name for this phenomenon. We call it brain rot. It's become a meme, a joke we share with our friends about doom scrolling at 2 a.m. We laugh about it because the alternative is too uncomfortable to face. But in the neuroscience laboratory, behind closed doors, researchers call it something far more clinical: chronic cognitive fragmentation syndrome. And I promise you, there is nothing funny about it. Let me share some numbers with you that should genuinely concern you. The average person in the developed world now checks their smartphone 150 times per day. That works out to once every 6 minutes during your waking hours. Before you've finished one task, before you've completed one thought, your hand is already reaching for that glowing rectangle in your pocket. There was a famous study conducted by Microsoft's research division a few years ago. They measured the average human attention span and compared it across generations. What they found was disturbing. The average attention span has dropped from 12 seconds in the year 2000 to just 8 seconds today. For context, a goldfish has an attention span of 9 seconds. We have literally become less focused than aquarium pets. But here's the thing they don't tell you in those viral infographics. This is reversible. Your brain is not permanently broken. It has not been destroyed. It has simply been trained, conditioned, rewired by an environment that was designed very intentionally to capture and monetize your attention. And here's the beautiful truth about the human brain. Anything that can be trained can be retrained. Any habit that was formed can be reformed. Any neural pathway that was strengthened can be redirected. This is the principle of neuroplasticity, and it is the foundation of everything we're going to discuss today. Today, we are not doing a quick productivity hack. We are not giving you a listicle of 7 tips to improve your focus. We are going deep. This is the complete neuroscience protocol to hack your own neuroplasticity and win back your mind from the attention economy. Welcome to the Mindset Hacker. To fix a problem, you must first understand it. To break free from a trap, you must first see the mechanism of the trap. So let's talk about the chemical lock that has been placed on your brain. And that lock has a name: dopamine. Now, there's a lot of misinformation about dopamine in popular culture. You've probably heard it called the pleasure chemical or the happiness molecule. That's not quite accurate. Dopamine is actually the chemical of anticipation, of craving, of wanting. It's the feeling you get when you see the notification badge but haven't clicked it yet. It's the itch before the scratch, the hunger before the meal. This is an important distinction. Dopamine doesn't make you happy, it makes you want. And the tech industry has spent billions of dollars figuring out how to manipulate this system. Every notification you receive triggers a small dopamine release. Every time you pull down to refresh your feed, you're pulling the lever of a slot machine. The variable reward schedule, sometimes you get something interesting, sometimes you don't, is specifically designed to maximize dopamine release. This is not accidental. These apps are built by teams of behavioral psychologists, neuroscientists, and design experts whose entire job is to make the experience as addictive as possible. They call it persuasive design or behavioral engagement. I call it what it actually is:
neurological hijacking. But here's where the situation becomes truly dangerous. There's a concept in neuroscience called the dopamine baseline. Think of it as your brain's normal or default level of stimulation, the amount of dopamine your system naturally produces when you're just existing, doing nothing in particular. When you overstimulate your dopamine system day after day, week after week, year after year, something happens at the cellular level. Your dopamine receptors don't just get tired or fatigued, they physically retreat into the cell membrane. They hide from the flood. This is a process called receptor downregulation. Your brain is literally protecting itself from the chemical assault by making itself less sensitive. The consequence of this downregulation is profound and devastating. When you finally put down your phone, when you look up at a beautiful sunset, when you try to have a deep, meaningful conversation with someone you love, when you pick up a book that requires sustained concentration, it all feels gray. It all feels flat. It all feels like nothing. This state has a clinical name in psychiatry. It's called anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure from activities that should normally be pleasurable. And millions of people are walking around with this condition without even knowing it. They think they're just lazy. They think they're unmotivated. They think something is fundamentally wrong with them as a person. But the truth is, they've been chemically numbed by their environment. Here's the good news. Neuroplasticity is a two-way street. The same brain that was trained into this state of numbness can be trained out of it. The receptors can regenerate, the baseline can reset, the sensitivity can return. But it requires a specific, deliberate protocol.
Let me introduce you to what I call the 72-hour digital blackout. This is the foundation of the entire recovery protocol. And I need you to understand why it's 72 hours and not 24. A lot of popular advice tells you to do a one-day digital detox. Put your phone away for a day and you'll feel refreshed. That's not enough, not even close. The research, particularly the work of Dr. Anna Lembke at Stanford University School of Medicine, shows that it takes approximately 72 hours for the neural pathways involved in compulsive behaviors to begin their rest and recovery phase. Anything less than that, and you're essentially just pressing pause, not hitting reset. For the next 3 days, you are going fully analog. No smartphone, or at the very least, your smartphone stripped down to only essential communication and locked away except for emergencies. No social media under any circumstances. No background podcasts while you do other things. No music while walking unless it's silence you find truly unbearable. The goal is radical. Your brain needs to remember what it feels like to exist without a constant stream of external stimulation. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The first 12 hours will feel terrible. You'll experience something that feels surprisingly similar to substance withdrawal, anxiety, restlessness, a constant sense that you're missing something important. Your hand will reach for your phone literally hundreds of times, only to find emptiness. You'll feel bored in a way that feels almost physically painful. This is normal. This is the process working. Do not give in. Something remarkable happens around the 36-hour mark. The dense fog in your mind starts to thin. Colors in the real world seem slightly more saturated. Conversations with other humans feel more engaging and present. Your own internal monologue, your thoughts and ideas start to become genuinely interesting again. During this 72-hour blackout period, you must replace all that digital consumption with what I call low dopamine, high-value activities. These are activities that don't trigger massive dopamine spikes, but provide genuine long-term satisfaction and meaning. Reading physical books, actual paper books that smell like paper. Walking in nature without any audio input at all, just the sound of the world. Journaling by hand, letting your thoughts flow onto the page without editing. Cooking a meal from scratch with your full attention. Having long, rambling conversations with people you care about. And yes, genuinely,
sitting and staring at a wall. I know that last one sounds ridiculous, but there's profound neuroscience behind it. When you remove all external sources of dopamine, when there's literally nothing stimulating coming in from the outside, your brain is forced to generate its own internal entertainment. Memories surface, creative ideas emerge, problems get solved in the background. This isn't meditation in the spiritual sense. This is neurological recovery in the physiological sense.
Now comes the critical phase. After the 72-hour blackout, you'll feel incredible, clearer than you felt in years, and this is exactly when most people fail. They complete their digital detox, they ride the high for a few days, maybe a week, and then slowly, incrementally, they slide back into their old patterns. Within a month, they're right back where they started. We're going to prevent that with a system I call focus anchors. These are non-negotiable structures that you embed into your daily life to maintain and strengthen the gains you've made. Think of your prefrontal cortex as a muscle. This is the part of your brain responsible for willpower, decision-making, delayed gratification, and sustained attention. If you've been doing 5-second repetitions for years, quick videos, rapid scrolling, constant context switching, you cannot suddenly expect to bench press a 3-hour deep work session. The muscle isn't strong enough. You need to train it progressively, just like you would at a gym. We start with a single 90-minute focus anchor every morning. This is your non-negotiable deep work block. During these 90 minutes, your phone is not on silent mode. It's not face down on the desk. It is physically in another room, completely inaccessible. No notifications, no checking anything, no multitasking of any kind. Just one singular, difficult, genuinely meaningful task that requires your full cognitive resources. The first week will be challenging. Your mind will wander constantly, every few minutes at first. You'll feel the phantom urge to check something, anything, with surprising frequency. The discomfort will feel almost physical. This is completely normal. This is the muscle being trained. Write down the urge if you need to, acknowledge it, then return to the task. By week 3, something significant shifts. The 90 minutes start to feel natural and even enjoyable. You'll enter flow states that you forgot were possible. By month 2, the morning focus block becomes a non-negotiable part of your identity. You'll wonder how you ever functioned without it. But what about the rest of the day? How do you handle the constant temptations? This is where the 10-minute rule comes in. Throughout the day, whenever the urge to mindlessly check your phone arises, don't try to fight it with pure willpower. That's a losing battle. Willpower is a limited resource that depletes throughout the day. Instead, use a simple cognitive reframe. Tell yourself, I can absolutely check my phone in 10 minutes. Set a mental timer. Give yourself full permission to check, just not right this second. What happens in those 10 minutes is neurologically profound. The prefrontal cortex, your rational, deliberate brain, takes back control from the limbic system, your impulsive, reactive brain. The sharp craving softens, the urgency fades. 9 times out of 10, when the 10 minutes pass, you'll have forgotten why you wanted to check in the first place. You just hacked your own neurobiology without any willpower expense. This is sustainable. This is scalable. This is the path to long-term change. Let me be absolutely direct with you now. Everything I've described is not a weekend challenge. It's not a 30-day reset that you do once and then return to normal life. This is a fundamental lifestyle restructuring, a permanent change in your relationship with technology and attention. I want you to understand something important about the world we live in. The digital environments that surround us were not designed for human flourishing. They were not designed to make you smarter, happier, more connected, or more fulfilled. They were designed for exactly one purpose: attention extraction, engagement maximization, time on screen. Every app on your phone, every platform you use, every recommendation algorithm that serves you content is optimized for one metric and one metric only. How long can we keep this person looking at our product?
The engineers and product managers building these systems are not evil people, but they are operating within a business model that treats your attention as a resource to be mined and monetized. They do not care about your life goals. They do not care about your relationships. They do not care about your mental health or your professional success. They care about engagement metrics and advertising revenue. The mindset hacker philosophy is not about rejecting technology entirely. We're not Luddites here. Technology is a tool, and tools can be wielded wisely or foolishly. The philosophy is about reclaiming sovereignty over your own attention, being intentional about what you consume and when you consume it, building a brain that works for your goals, not for the business model of the attention economy. Here is the long-term maintenance protocol I recommend. First, maintain your daily 90-minute morning focus anchor every single day, protected like you would protect a critical business meeting. Second, conduct a full 72-hour digital blackout once per quarter, 4 times per year. This keeps the baseline reset and prevents creeping desensitization. Third, perform a weekly phone audit. Every Sunday, delete any app you haven't used intentionally in the past 7 days. If you didn't choose to open it on purpose, it doesn't belong there. Fourth, replace consumption with creation. For every hour you spend consuming content, try to spend at least 15 minutes creating something. The journey to cognitive sovereignty is not linear. There will be slip-ups. There will be weeks where stress or circumstance pulls you back into old patterns. Do not beat yourself up about this. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress and awareness. You slip, you notice, you return to the protocol. That's the practice. If you've watched this video all the way to this point, I want you to understand something. Your focus is already stronger than 90% of the population. The average watch time on a video like this is under 2 minutes. Most people clicked away within the first 30 seconds, pulled by the algorithm to something more immediately stimulating. You stayed. That says something important about you. To mark your commitment to this protocol, to signal to yourself that you're serious about this change, I want you to leave a comment below with one word: mastered. That's your declaration, your line in the sand. Subscribe to this channel to join the growing community of focus hackers who refuse to let algorithms dictate the quality of their lives. Master your brain, master your life. I'll see you in the next one.